This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. Here we go. But I'm back. Good to be here, and I'm hoping that my co-host will join me soon. This is Your Voice, Your Impact. We were on some minutes ago, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. She just started rolling. I'm sure I was also rolling at her end. But I'm back now, and we are ready to go. If you are watching this, if you're watching this on replay, it's unable to join. Except live. This was what I was trying to avoid.
Just because this network cannot frustrate us, we do what we
are
can.
back.
No, we are here.
And we are going to do this.
Yes, we are. Hello. I'm looking to my.
Hi, amazing people. Today on Your Voice, Your Impact, we're going to continue with what we started, last week. And as I always say, let me quickly introduce myself because I'm sure some people will be watching this for the first time. My name is Grace Edibo. I am your life and personal development coach. I help you build habits to make the way you're shaking your head. I help you build habits to make your goals interesting. And most importantly, I am also a cognitive behavioral therapist. I help you deal with those thoughts sabotaging you to help you feel a lot better so that you can take actions that can be helpful for your growth. Hello, Dr. Helham Mo Official. I don't know what all this means. Anyways, and today with my co-host, I'm breaking.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't. Okay, let me just move this. Okay, let me do that. All right. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you. Still a little bit like static, but we can hear you.
Okay, I hope it doesn't last long. I hope the crazy craze doesn't last so long. All right, there. So let me just allow you introduce yourself so that we can get the ball rolling.
Okay. So don't mind me if you see my eyes going up and down. It's because I am trying to monitor the live screen, okay, the live broadcast on my other device, just to see that okay, we're still live. The other time I had to check, and I realized that we had gone off. Okay, so welcome again. This is the Energetic EJ. I help purpose-driven individuals to use their voices for impact, influence, and income. And I do that through two major outlets, podcasting and audiobooks creation, at least for now. All right. There's speaking and all those other, addition to it. But for now, I'm focusing on podcast and audiobooks, right? So, yeah, you're monitoring too. Just reduce the volume so that you can see only the screen. Fantastic. So yeah, last week we started on the series of how to what was that series again? How to find your voice. So last week we started on that series, how to find your voice, and last week we spoke about two. So we started, and it's going to be like 10 points that we're going to raise, that we're going to share with you. And we started with two last week. Number one being get professional support, seek professional support. That is, work with a therapist, because I've come to realize that most times when we say find your voice, it means that you probably lost it at some point. So we're coming from the angle of maybe when you were younger, something happened to you that just made you, run into your shell, and you stopped talking, or you stopped sharing your point of view, and that lingered on for a while, and now you've completely just lost it. Like, you really don't like to talk, like talking scares you, or speaking out scares you, contributing scares you, because you're like, there's a lot of drama going on in your head when you just hear, Ejiro, what do you think? You'll be like, what do I think? What am I going to say? What if I pronounce the word wrongly? What if I do this? What if they laugh at me? Hey, all of those things because of something that happened to you long ago. So we're saying you can seek professional help to get help to go back to that place and solve that issue and know that you are no longer there. Things have changed. You have moved on. You have grown. Things have changed, right? That's number one. And number two, we talked about self-reflection, which is what I practiced this week. And honestly, I feel anchored. Well, I practiced last week, so I've not done this week, so this is a new week, right? So I'm also going to find time to do that this week. Self-reflecting, asking yourself very, very important question. And like I said last week, is one of the hardest things to do. And that's why you have to do it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature to you. And it just kind of let me segue a little bit to the message that was preached in church yesterday about, like, I saw the scripture Matthew 7:7 in a new light, in a beautiful light, which say, ask, seek, and knock. Ask, seek, and knock. When we hear that verse, most times people just think about prayer or think about asking for things in prayer and everything. But actually, people, the preacher was more like, people who ask, people who are like, if your objection to that is like, if God is so kind, if God is such a loving father, why does he want us to keep asking every time? He should know what we need and just give to us now. Or why does he want us to keep knocking? Why can't he just not leave the door open or even remove the door so that we can access him anytime? Or why do we have to keep seeking? Why is he hiding from us and all of that? But the truth is, if we look at it the other way, what he seeks, actually, what that verse is truly talking about is a call to relationship. And that's why he says you have to keep on doing it. Like, so every morning, like he made one example, and that, let's just like nailed it for us, right? He said, so he's a father. Like, imagine he has two beautiful daughters. And imagine him telling the daughter, like, on the day you were born, I told you I love you. So you should know. You should know I love you. Like, I love, right? No. But like every single day, and even multiple times in a day, he reaffirms to his daughters how much he loves them. That is because he's cultivating a relationship with them. And that's the same with, us and God, asking consistently, seeking his face, knocking on his door, is because he seeks a relationship as much as we seek a relationship with him. And in that same vein, if you bring it to your own self-reflection is a journey, it's a relationship that you are entering with yourself. And so it's not something you do one-off and forget about it. No. And because you are an infinite being, it means that, have you heard the saying that you cannot know somebody finish? Yes, there's the concept of see finish, but you cannot know somebody completely, because you'll be like, now wow, you have changed though. That's why, people will get married and 10 years, 25 years later, like, I don't understand, you have changed though. But when they understand that fact, they're always like, wow, you have changed. Okay, so let's explore this new you, right? So that's why for relationship to work, we need to understand that, to know that, okay, it's not like I've known this person completely. So there's always going to be a new version of this person from time to time. And instead of me being on the defense to say, this is not what I used to do before now, what happened? No, it's to say, this is interesting. You don't used to do this before, but now you're doing it. Okay, what is this about? Where is this leading? So you make it like a treasure hunt. So the more you make it a treasure hunt, the more interesting it is. You know how you were toasting the person in the beginning? You didn't know anything about the person in the beginning, and they decided to find out, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? If we can remain like that in relationships, it will just become that exciting, journey where we're always like, okay, what's this new thing about you? I notice your eyeballs have changed. What's going on? Are you getting older? How is that affecting your body? Oh, it's the same thing with us. So and I feel like that's why it is important that, you also cultivate a relationship with yourself. Because the moment you're able to do that, you can give grace to other people as well when you are in relationship with them, knowing that, okay, you are constantly evolving. So why should they be different? They are human like you, are the same species. So if you are constantly evolving, it means that they are constantly evolving too. And so when you look at it from that point of view, you constantly, want to know, oh, you have evolved again. Okay, what's this about? Then we can now say, this one that you changed to, like, it's not working. Can we work on it? And that's the beauty of it, right? Because even you, there are things you will discover about yourself eventually. They'll be like, wait, what? So this is why I've been acting this way. My goodness, it's not serving me. And I have to work on it. I have to change, right? So those two things. Number 3 is validate your experience. It's still in line with it. To find your voice, you have to validate your experience. Recognize and acknowledge the validity of your past. So something happened to you when you were younger. Accept it. Sometimes the reason we linger on in states that doesn't serve us is because we live in denial. Sometimes we just want to lock it up and pretend like it did not happen. But it did happen. Because the more you are putting it aside like it did not happen, the more you are saying, I don't want to deal with it. And the more you don't deal with it, the more it becomes like, it's like if you put cement, fresh cement is still powdery. It's loose.
Yeah,
but the more you keep it, it will turn to congee.
That's right.
To become stone
Strong
or something. Exactly. And then it will become harder to break. You now need to exert more force. But at the beginning, when it's still loose, you can quickly shovel it out or move it around, right? It's the same thing. So when you do not accept or acknowledge what has happened in the past, it means that you are putting it aside and say, I will not deal with it. So first of all, one of the things, another thing, number 3 thing that we're looking at when you want to find your voice or when you're finding your voice is to acknowledge what has happened to you in the past with regards to using your voice. Were you embarrassed? Accept it. Like, they asked me something in class that year when I was younger, and everyone laughed at me because of the way I pronounced a particular word. It happened. It did. Yeah. And it hurt you. To accept it, it pained me. Like, I don't like being laughed at. I don't like it. I want to, as much as I know that I'm not perfect, still I want to come out every time and at least be correct. Even if it's not perfect, be correct. So that at least if we're in a room, half of the room should agree with what I said because what I'm saying is correct. If the other half does not accept, it's their business. Maybe they don't understand or they need to go and learn or something. But when the whole room accepts and say, I am wrong, and they laugh at me, it's painful. It's painful. And I don't like it. So that happened to me then, and that's like, me. I'm not like instead of me to be laughed at in public, I'd rather not say anything. I'd rather not talk. Right? So, but you need to acknowledge that. Yes, it's painful. Now, what you want to do is, instead of using that pain, once you accept it, instead of using the pain to be a crutch to say, rather than me, I'll be laughed outside, I'll be laughed at, somebody will make jest of me, I will not say anything. No, let that push you to now say, no, okay, I really, really do not like being laughed at. I really, really do not want to be wrong. So before I speak, I want to ensure that what I'm saying is correct. And so that kind of adds a skill to your skills, being that you are paying attention to details or you are finding your facts so that when you're speaking, you know at least you are correct. Even if it's now old news and say, oh, this thing you said now, it's like, well, as at the time I made my research, this was what I found. You understand? So you can come with from that point and know that, okay, well, whatever it is I said was correct as at the time I made my research. Maybe it has changed now, fantastic, that's fine, right? Okay, then we can update the information. But first, validate your experiences. Number 4 is surround yourself. Surround yourself with supportive individuals. And that's what, Coach Grace was saying earlier on. They could be accountability partners. And sometimes, even if they're not accountability partner, because there are some people that if you make them your accountability partner, both you and them will not do anything. Because they don't like confrontation, right? So when you're choosing your accountability partner, don't choose people who avoid confrontation because they will not tell you. They just say, I thought you know now. So that will not serve you. So know that, okay, that's your friend that will probably not tell you your teeth is brown. I will not tell you, now wow, you don't brush today, or let's say you go buy chewing gum, or your breath is bad. You have those kind of friends that see you will never catch them tell you. Not because they don't love you, but they personally they don't like confrontation. Exactly. And because they themselves they can't accept it. Like they will feel it for them to look like ground should open and they should enter the ground when somebody gives them that kind of feedback, especially right on the spot. So for them, they can't also do it to other people. So when you know those kind of friends, you know how to deal with it. You don't want to make that kind of your friend your accountability partner. You will not do anything because they will not follow after you. So when you're choosing accountability partner, you want to choose the people who you know they love you enough to tell
you the truth,
your bullshit in front of you. And it's not even though they do it like straight to the point, they still don't do it in a way that would pull you down or that would tear you down. But that they will not say it's not them. I have such people. So when I'm around them, I just thank you so much. God bless you.
I can be that kind of person. God help me. I will tell you straight up. I want to tell me too.
Exactly. So please, the number 4 is support yourself. Surround yourself with supportive people. Build a network of supportive and understanding people who encourage self-expression. Like, friends that, God, we have been with people, Grace, have you been with people who, when you are in a place, maybe, I guess it's a level you get to as you grow, right? But some people make it so obvious, like, maybe we are not on the same level, right? Let's say intellectually. So, and they know that I'm more intellectual. So let's say me and you now, I'm more intellectual than you in a kind of setting, right? And then we're not in a bigger gathering. Because they don't want to be embarrassed by you. Before you say a word, they are coming in to quickly answer and cover up for you, like, yeah, exactly. Oh God, but not you, they ask question now. But in their mind, they are trying to cover up for you so you won't show your stupidity. But still, you are outside. So in that kind of situation, when you surround yourself with those kind of people, they will always suppress your self-expression.
Absolutely.
And the more you are around those people, the more you begin to question yourself, the more you want to stay silent because you actually feel stupid. I've been in those places where people make me feel like you don't even have sense.
I know. One way to quickly deal with that is, it's okay, I got this. It's okay, I got this.
But it's a place that you have to get to be able to also answer like that. When you now say, no, this cannot be happening. So I need to upgrade. Exactly.
Right?
I need to upgrade. So that way, there's no audio, okay? Are you seeing that feedback?
Where is it? No?
Hey, wait, Vicky Crown said there's no audio. Are you serious? Let me check again. Let me check.
I can hear you, though.
You can hear me.
So I don't know. Yeah, I can hear you, but I think it happens. The last one I watched, validation of experience plays a great role in shaping us. So somebody just said something.
Okay, I can hear. I'm checking on my monitoring page. Yeah, I can hear. Let me check. So maybe it goes off once in a while because of network. Vicky Crown.
I can hear you, though.
Yeah, Vicky Crown, please leave and join again. Maybe you will hear us. But please, thank you for letting us know that there's no audio so that we can pay attention to it. So please give us the feedback if you can't hear us. If you can hear us, please type in the comment section that you can hear us clearly. Thank you so much. All right. So build network of people who would allow you express yourself, share your journey with trusted friends, family members, support group, that would encourage you, okay. Nigel says, I can hear you. Maybe the person's network. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for the feedback. Right? So when you surround yourself with those kind of people who would encourage you, these are the kind of people that even when you are with them, they keep asking you questions and they are patient. I'm learning that now. Before now, and this is just beautiful to be aware, to be self-aware, because when you are self-aware, you will know and notice how you are growing. And that will
That's
actually give you the encouragement and the drive to keep, improving yourself, right?
yeah.
Before now, like, I think I was very quick to, even when I'm listening to somebody or having a conversation, I want to, complete their sentences, or especially if they are slow to, like, what do you want to say? Do I need to help you bring out the word and all of that? But I'm learning to just give, honestly, but I'm learning to give people time. Like I'm learning to practice silence. Like, silence is not bad. You know how you are speaking to somebody and like, when it's like, like,
Let them
then
finish.
if
Let them
exactly,
find
let them
it.
finish. In that way, you are helping that person practice their self-expression. They might not have the right word that minute, but if you give them that time, they're able to think and bring the words out. And so when honestly, even as I'm saying it now, it's becoming more expanded in my consciousness, so that I can do it more often. Help, just listening to people and helping people express themselves. So even if you know the word they want to say, just give it a little bit of time and see if it comes. Then if it doesn't, maybe you can chip in a word like, yes, exactly, that's the word I'm looking for, right? So again, surrounding yourself with the right kind of people is very important in you finding your voice. Bro, I say, bro, sis, do you want to add anything before I do the last? Or do I do the last one and then you round off with some of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Last point we're going to take today, which will now be point 5, is explore artistic expression, right? Engage in creative outlets such as writing, painting, singing, or dancing. And all of these things, both of us here, we do. Right? Artistic expression can be a powerful means of reconnecting with your emotions and finding new ways to communicate and express yourself. All right. So you want to, some people, so for some of us, we've never tried it before, like done anything artistic.
Different.
You can't be caught singing like, I don't have good voice, so you can't be caught dancing like, me, I don't know how to dance, so oh yeah, come and paint now. Me, I don't know how to draw. Come on. You will not know until you do it. You will not know until you try it. I mean, was it not last month that I did my first painting? Grace, your video is off, or is that on purpose? So last month I did my first, painting, and it was really beautiful. And I think it's something that, I would love to do more of. I've always loved to draw anyways. I've always loved to draw. When I was training as a fashion designer some years back, I love to sketch, designs. I love it. Like, I love, 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 love it, right? So I love to draw, but I've not really done much with it. So, but again, if they don't come natural to you, these are things that you can go for and just push yourself into it, to express, to find other ways of expressing yourself. And the more you do that, I think what happens is, so for example, let's say um, you try to paint now. The more you express your emotion and your feeling in that painting, it will get to a point where you'll be able to express it with words. The more you write as well, the more you're able to put your thoughts together into a body of work that somebody else can look at and it would make meaning for them. All right. So find, a way to engage, explore what artistic thing can you do? Is it like even pottery? You can find out what does that
Yeah.
mean? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Or would it be maybe learning an instrument, right? That has always caught your fancy. Even if you're not learning it because you want to become a professional instrumentalist or a professional musician, you're just learning something new and finding a means to express your this woman, chai, you are great, so amazing. Amazing. Are you serious? Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, that's where I'm going to stop for today. We'll continue exploring those points from next week. So 3 points that we've explored today is to surround yourself with understanding people, right? Also validate your past experience and then explore artistic expressions.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. You know, when I put up my camera, I went to get my gun. All right, so I always like to. I'm someone that, you know, it's one thing to say. It's one thing to say. It's another thing to practice. I'm all about action. You know, if you're going to slow me in taking action, I'll run away from you. I'll run away from you, right? So all the points you just made, fantastic points. And again, why do we do this? We decided to do this on a Monday, a day that people will say, oh, Monday don't come again, all seriousness and all that. We chose, number one, we decided to make this intentional so that we can kickstart the week with you being very intentional about ensuring that your voice is impacting someone. And we've been able to take you through, you know, we just didn't start with bam, just start telling you what to do with it. No, we're telling you and we're sharing with you, by the way, because we know that you already know some of these things. In fact, you know it. Just know everything we're going to be telling you is something that you have heard before, but we are activating, we are reactivating it and reminding you. And no matter who you are, no matter how self-motivated you are, you always need some of these reminders, because the way the world is going now with AI and different things happening at the same time, it will take intentionality not to be carried away by other distractions. So your voice is also important. The people creating the AI that you are doing are using their voices to create something of impact for themselves. The question is, while you're using their own AI, which one are you using to create impact? Okay, Ned Loma would like to join us. Okay, nice. We've always asked people to join us. So I'm going to get you in. I'll get you in after I just round up so that you share what you think with us, right? So what she said, I would just add to the number 2, when you said, you know, sometimes it will be hard for you to want to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, yes, where you talked about, I had to quickly write it down so I won't forget. And again, you see, that's how things are happening these days. If you don't take action, you don't forget and focus on another thing, right? And it's okay to make. I am up for making the mistake, because this morning while I was jogging, there was something that came to my head, that for everything that I ever repeated, I came out perfect, almost perfect. On something that I failed the first time, for something that I didn't do well the first time, going back to check where I made mistakes, what I should have done better, and deciding to do it again, I always come 100%. That's the beauty of making mistakes. It's okay. Right now, I don't mind making error. I don't see, but you know those things that they used to laugh at people. If you laugh at me, I will dance to your laughter. Watch me come back. Watch my comeback. Watch my comeback. That's how it is now. If you are laughing at me about something or anything, I will just be, I laugh harder because I need it for my comeback. Do you understand? So, you know, there are certain mindsets that we need to develop, or more. We need to develop this mindset to help us, because we will just be getting angry over unnecessary things, by the way. Unnecessary. Somebody is laughing at you for trying. How it sound for your ear? Somebody is actually laughing at you for trying. So this is what we want you to get. If you don't get anything today, this week, try something new. This week, try something new. That's the recommendation for this week. Try something that you have never tried before. Try it and let's talk about it. Let us hear you by next week, Monday. I want you to say something that you tried differently. And by the way, on Saturday, I've been learning how to ride a bicycle, right? And all this while I've been learning how to ride my bicycle.
Your audio is breaking. You said you've been learning how to what?
I've been learning how to ride a bicycle. I've been learning how to ride a bicycle.
I saw your video where you fell.
I've been learning. This is my 4th week. Oh, since I started riding, I did not fall. I've been doing O'Shea and all of that. But yesterday I fell down. You know what happened? When I fell down, I was laughing. See, I felt like in front of 1 billion people. But I don't send their left legs. Before, I'll be waiting for the ground to open, let me enter. Do you know what I did? I stayed back there and I told my instructor to take me a picture. That, this is it. Last. After now go on song. I now know that moving forward, it's going to be better all the way. So make that mistakes. Be creative, do something new, learn something new, be creative. And like to round up the last point, expressing yourself through several means. It's a brain thing. Your brain loves, there's this part, the creative part of our brains, and there's the analytical and logical part of our brains that would help us to do some analysis, logic things, mathematics and all those things. And there's another part of us that can help us, that would help our creative part, singing, dancing, learning new instruments and all that. The more you do all those parts, the more you activate that area of your brain with things, the new creative things you're trying, the better you will become. You'll be able to build capacity in several areas where even in your logic and in your logic and analysis, you're able to bring your creativity into all those things. So the brain will be working together, and then that is what optimization is. And I'm going to end by let me add Najelomo. Okay, so come and just share with us for 5 minutes while we round up. Remember, the recommendation for this week is do something
Try
new.
something new. What am I going to try like this week? Okay.
Hello. What do you have for us? Najelomo, I hope you were very intentional. You wanted to join this live, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because somebody actually joined by mistake last week. When I added her later, I was like, why did you add me? It was by mistake. All right, let's hear what you have for us.
Okay,
thank you very much
saying? I can't
for
see it on the
the
main screen,
audience.
but I can see it on my monitor.
I've been listening
That's
to
nice.
you guys
Hi,
all this
Najal. Good
while,
to have you here.
when you first sent an invite, so I was busy doing some stuff, So, but I was online, like listening. Who I taking my bath, I have to like take the, and listen. It has really been an interesting conversation. And while Mama EJ was speaking, I was listening because there was something when it comes to this issue of this fear of failure, or this fear for us to like what people say and stuff like that. The truth is that we all have encountered this.
Okay. I think somebody is Dave, energetic. Can you help us mute? We can hear the word. You're listening to her. All right, continue, please.
Okay. So at one point in time, we all have faced this. We've had an encounter. We've had this shutdown and stuff that has happened to us at one point or the other. So I like what you guys are putting up. So the practical steps in us coming out of this. So some persons, they've been held back, in this circle for a very long time. So and it has really draining them. And the funniest part of it is that it does not just only affect you just in your own inner circle, it affects you in a broader scale in terms of your work productivity and so many other things. So where you are supposed to be active, where you are supposed to bring in your input in terms of your work, you find yourself holding forth that idea because you've already been accustomed, your brain has already made you be accustomed to that mindset that, oh no, I wouldn't, and while the funniest part of it is that the universe is not waiting for you. That idea that popped into you has also popped into someone else. So the person that first of all brings it up, that person owes the accolade. So by the time you are waiting, so a lot of people, we miss a lot of opportunities that we were ought to have been known as the inventors or as the founder of this thing or that thing because of our inability to come out and own up to these things. So we've lost a lot of opportunities based on this mindset of what do people say, how would they react based on I've shut down before and all of that. So like while I was listening to IJ while she was speaking, she made something, she gave an analysis about being in a room and stuff like that. So now the truth is that instead of us to being heartbroken when our words are not taken seriously or where we are wrong, we need to remodify ourselves that okay, since if these people in this buy into this, there's something I didn't pass enough value. Yes, and you also made mention of it that it turned down and all of that. Yes, these guys, they might have turned you down in the wrong way, but why can't you look at the positive side of it? That is for your own sake. So a mind that is ready to grow, I think that what we need mostly is a shift of mindset. So personally, I've had this mindset that when things happen to me, how do I take all of these things? Two things either happens. Either you are being made by those things or you are being mad by those things. So it depends from the mindset from which you are taking this. So it really plays a pivotal role. So I think at this point is that most times we should try to change our mindset instead of always taking things as the negative tone. We should also always look at it from the positive tone. How can I learn? Thank God for your example that you gave, learning how to ride a bicycle. You know, you accepting your own the process. That no, the process is not easy. Yes, I've failed, but there is room for me to move forward. So I think that's the mindset we all really need at this point in time. So as we grow older, we need to accept certain things and know that okay, these are certain things I can't change. Yes, it has happened, but I can improve on them. So and that is giant study taking on this. So recently these are the things that currently drive me. Yes, I have faith in several ways. Like sometimes
it has a lot to say. Was it has 5 minutes? But you know what? I would love for you to save the remaining. I'm so sorry because we want to, we're going back to work. So I honestly love that you joined us and you shared your 2 cents. And what that means is your voice has been heard today, and that's amazing. And we are very happy to have you, and would love for you to join us next week as well, so that we can get this conversation going. And I'm sure that some of your friends or people on your page would also see that yes, what you have said is very important. The mind shift is what we are about. You keep learning and growing, and that's what makes us human beings. So I think it's a good place to stop, to end this. And please just tell us what you do, if you don't mind telling us just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself as we round up.
Okay, I'm a content creator and also a podcaster. The Right Mindset. You can follow us on Facebook and TikTok. Thank you very much.
Nice, so fantastic. I mean, so you're doing your thing and people are hearing you. So we want to hear more of you next week. Join us so that you can also share some of the wonderful nuggets that you have. Have yourself an amazing week. And I'm going to allow the energetic EJ to tell us what she has for us to round up today for the week. Take it away, babes.
Okay, fantastic. Am I live? Because the monitoring is later, but it's faster. I don't even know which one it is. Anyways, thank you, Najal, for coming, and thank you for sharing with us today. It was a pleasure having you on board. We hope you'll continue to come on board. And like Grace said, your voice has been heard, Let's keep it going. This week again, remember the activity is looking for something new, try something new. I'm starting to think like, which kind of new thing I want to try now? Try something new. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just change the meaning of what you have as failure and as mistake, and you'll be able to move on. I love you. And we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. Thank you so much.
And on this note, we will say your voice, your impact. Bye.
Bye.